You know, simply walking outside, you know what I'm saying, saying that a flower is beautiful, that's being judgmental.
Is it?
Yes.
That counts?
It counts. To me.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I was just asking. Because I feel like judgmental is like just a negative connotation altogether. So like
I would think so too.
Yeah, so like what's another word? Like if I'm being a positive judgmental, am I being judgmental or am I just being like opinionated?
Loving.
Conscious?
That's probably what it is. That's why I said like when it comes to the family members in that aspect.
Right.
Like you got them and you looking at them and you see them, your family, it don't got to just be family, be friends, be everybody that you love. Like how would your self be like? How would you be in general? Like if you see them doing wrong and you know,
or you see them doing right, like that's you being judgmental too. Like
yeah,
you know?
well, yeah, that too.
How do social media platforms contribute to a culture of judgment?
I think social media platforms contribute to a culture of judgment just because you have access to everybody. And I feel like because we are human, it's easy for you to like look at people's pictures and profiles and like judge off of, you know, what you first see or, you know, create your own perception of that person. Sometimes it also stems from jealousy. I feel like a lot of people get on social media and try to, or start to compare themselves to others, like, oh, this person is da-da-da-da, I wish I were here, and then that can turn into something negative, like, oh, she thinks she all that, and she thinks she da-da-da-da, but sometimes it's really not like that, especially coming from the other persons. But I feel like it plays a big part just because social media is, like I said before, a place where you have so much access to people, their lives, especially with celebrities too. Like, I think people are just a little bit too entitled to other people's lives and business and all that type of stuff. So.
Kind of what I was gonna say though, but I would say, I guess it's kind of like, social media kind of puts everybody like in a circle, because you might see one person doing this and see somebody else doing the same thing or look the same way, and you'll kind of compare those two people. Sorry, I'm forgetting. But you'll see people like doing one thing, see the same person doing the same thing, and they'll try to compare them, be like, okay, well, since this person is doing that, this person got to be doing that if they live in the same way, basically. And I feel like you'll judge people based off their social media seeming person. They'll probably be a nice person, but you know, like you said, jealousy stems from it. Like, oh, shorty look like this, and that. And you know, I go to clubs, she always in sections doing this and that, but you know, she could just be a regular chill person. Maybe we just like having fun with her because she's a fun person.
People be projecting hard as hell too.
Are there specific cultures or communities that are more prone to judgmental behaviors?
Well, wait, can you ask that again?
Are there specific cultures or communities that are more prone to judgmental behaviors?
I feel like it's in our own community. You know, like it's within our own community. We judge ourselves and judge each other so much as black people, because we be trying to one up each other. Like, we are all a team. I don't understand why we have to sit up here and judge the next person. Like, what? Y'all be the main ones, probably got kids at the house, they ain't even fed, you know.
Gotta give them grace though.
Y'all gotta give them grace though.
Yeah.
Because things happen. But however, you know what I mean? There's things that you can, you know, change within yourself first, okay? It starts at home.
Definitely.
Right, it starts at home. And so, like, yeah.
What do you think the typical societal judgmental scope of a person without tattoos is?
Okay.
They're affiliated, they're gang related. Oh, man. They're affiliated, they gang related, they into some type of gang. So even when I'm pulled over, I've been pulled over before by police officers and they ask me, am I a gang member or certain, because I got red tattoos. So that's an example.
How would you judge someone without tattoos if they walk by you?
I love it. See, I'm a reader, so I like to kind of break apart the tattoos. I have one myself, so all of my tattoos have meanings. I kind of assume that about everyone else, unless they look kind of sketchy. You kind of got that when you were young, you were just doing shit. But I don't think you were just doing shit. I feel like everything you got was for a reason, but I guess the amount people have kind of throws it off sometimes. But
I think our parents judge us in that way too, because I remember I wanted to get a tattoo when I was young. You can get it till you're like 17 or.
But I love
you
your
wanna
mom
get it.
then.
But nah, my granny didn't used to do that because I was out. So she used to be like, nah, I'm gonna get a tattoo for that reason, not because of a symbol of a cross because I love Jesus or something like that. So.
It's biblical. That's what they
I
say.
feel like also until you who got money, because you don't just get tattoos for the.
Now some of it is cheap. I ain't gonna- some of you can definitely get some cheap tattoos.
Well, you go to a
Some
good
of it
artist,
is.
a good investment.
Nah, yeah.
I was judged like for being fat. I was right. Hair bad and all that shit. That's not. I'm not.
Y'all play sad music, y'all do that.
I'm gonna make that a question. What experience? Let me see. How have you been judged in your past that shaped your present?
Well, I didn't like to be called fat. Like, I didn't like to be called, like, my hair being bad and all of that shit. Although that was a process, like, me growing my hair and shit, like.
You had like a baby lock phase.
Like I had, like, my cousin, he cut my hair and shit, like.
He fucked you up.
Fucked me up. I was like, hell no. I'm not finna go around.
They judge you for that?
No, bullshit. Like, I done did shit like.
But like just judging off of looks, I get that a lot too. Because a lot of people tell me like after the fact, like, oh, when I first met you, I didn't like you, or when I first saw you, I thought you was gonna be stuck up. I'm like, bitch, all I did was look. What do you want me to do? I don't like that type of judgment because you don't give a person a chance to like speak, engage, talk. You judging off like somebody else said, like judge off Instagram or TikTok or whatever the case may be, and that's not real life. Like I posted something about that the other day. Like Instagram is really not real life. I'm showing you the best parts of me, and you still judging, trying to find something bad about it. That's corny as fuck.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a victim. I'll look at you and I'll be like,
You
I used to.
No,
I didn't. But like I have like, so I'm gonna be honest, no bullshit. Like if out of all of us, I'll look at somebody and no offense to put out there, I'll be looking at K. K got a baby face, right? But like you'll be like, damn, K might be stuck up.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
But
like.
that's so corny to me though. But like being a girl, I feel like a lot of girls can agree with that. Like girls do that all the time. Like, oh, I thought she was this, I thought she was that. Who paid you to think? Like, why are we even going that deep? It's not even that deep. So like judging off physique, like skinny, fat, smiling, baby face, grown face, makeup, no makeup. I feel like all that is corny whenever we're not even talking about engaging and talking to one another. I can cuss. Sorry.
What role does peer pressure play in shaping judgmental attitudes?
I mean, I can say with a lot of times I have it with friends. Like when friends say, "Oh, I don't like this person," you shouldn't like them either.
Ooh.
I mean, how the hell? You might not. That's your person. That's your dog. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta give me a reason why I gotta hate this person. I'm not gonna just hate them for fun. Like at least give me some. Oh, because they fuck with somebody I want to fuck with. You can go fuck with somebody else.
A lot of exactly what you said, but I feel like a lot of times people too like they try to put their shit onto you. Like you could be a person, not me myself, but somebody else could be a person that always is talking about somebody, and they talk about people so much that they expect you to, engage in those types of conversations. And when it doesn't go their way, they kind of get an attitude like, why you don't want to da-da-da-da? People do that a lot. So me in particular, I try to stay away from stuff like that. But I do see a lot of people who tend to always have something to say about other people. And other people do give in. Just because you might be surrounded by that, you might feel like you have to jump in that conversation and put your 2 cents in about someone else. So I think that's how peer pressure can be something that relates to being judgmental, just in that aspect.
I just feel like our own people be judging each other the most.
And I agree with you 100%, 90%, because I don't want to just bash the black community. Even though it do.
I'm just helping us out.
Trust.
Let's hold ourselves accountable.
Thank you. We gotta hold each other accountable because with that being said,
really great, so.
definitely. It's just I feel like when it comes to that, I don't want to misuse the word, but it's kind of like we only know so much and we only know what our parents know.
Yes.
And that just pretty much goes down the line. So we know what our parents know, then we know it and we relate it to our children or our kids, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. So we can only, if we, like you said, hitting on, if we instill grace in our community, that's just the stepping stone up there.
And it's so hard for us to give each other.
Oh my God, Jesus. But like you said, everybody's trying to one up each other. And that hints back on the question we had earlier about the social media playing a part into it. Like we the number one consumers of of that, and we have to realize
because
that about
everybody
each other.
feeds off our culture.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's
We
what
literally say it like
Yeah.
black community is the number one. Like Black Lives Matter.
And-
So I mean we hear that everywhere. But yeah, we have to be once we understand ourselves and be able to portray that and teach.
Then everybody else will follow and take us serious. Like we're literally at the bottom of the pyramid. I mean
Definitely.
that's just it's crazy.
When we should be at the top easily.
Exactly.
Easily.
Because we have the right blood, we have the bloodline, we got nice organs, we got nice
Have you seen the
athletes.
Olympics?
Yes.
It's
We
like-
have seen that we're going hard, like we are just everything.
We playing with each other at this point.
Exactly, playing ourselves.
Exactly.
Literally. And we're allowing others to play in our face.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So we really gotta step up in that sense. But
Definitely.
we'll get it. We just gotta. It's gonna take some time, but I think we'll get it.
We'll
But,
get there.
it's gonna be
we'll
tough.
get there one day at a time.
Yeah.
I say different culture. I say different cultures judge us. Like they'll judge it. Like let me give you an example. If it was at a party, a white person at a party, and they see all black people coming, they'll instantly judge us and say something bad is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because and they doing that off of them in the past.
So would you say
when all
that's
black parties come together, it's usually not all the time, 9 times out of 10, but some shit gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
But would you say that's fear? That's the fear base I was speaking on.
No, I wouldn't say that's fear, no, because I don't think all white people are not, you know what I'm saying, fearful.
Oh yeah, of course not. I don't think
So
that's
I
all
don't think that's
anything.
all fear. I think that's just basically off the past. Like, if I see a white police, I've never been beat by a white police officer ever. But if I see him, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, think that. Because
Does that mean fearful of what's going to happen?
yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
Well, no, because I'm not fearful. No, I wouldn't say because
You don't wanna be fearful, right?
When I get pulled over by the white, I'm not fearful of them, like scared of like what
But you
they're gonna
hesitate
do.
more.
Yeah, I'm more. Yeah, thanks. Precautionary.
Yeah.
Because I know what could happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they feel the same way about us. I feel like that goes back and forth based off our past and what's passed down. You hear what your parents go through. You witness what your grandparents went through.
Right.
We read about it in books. You watch movies. But when it comes to actual social settings in real life, we're sitting here looking at everyone off of that very first judgment. Like, oh, he got this on. Oh, she got this on. Oh,
Yeah.
they carry themselves this way. Oh, there's 3 of them, 1 of me. Am I going to clench my purse a little tighter? No, I'm not. But some people really do. Because that's
But
just,
to a certain extent, I don't think, like I said, he said, I don't think sometimes judgment is bad because, like, can you get mad at a white person if I walk past him, or a white person who's not used to seeing me, and I walk past him and they think that? You can't get mad at them.
It's kind of
You know what I'm
ignorance.
saying? Exactly.
But they don't know.
So at least when it comes to the experience portion of things, so let me give you a situation that happened between me and my kid's mother. When I was with her, I didn't used to like how she dressed at times, you know what I'm saying, the look and all of these things, and I know how women feel about that, right? She had a whole bunch of people around her, yes women. You know what I'm saying? She had yes women around her. So I'm looking, I'm like, I'm coming at you, I'm telling you, hey, listen, I don't like this. And you
It was like too revealing.
yeah,
or-
like, yeah, well, and like, I'm not gonna say what it was, but
You don't have to. I can use my imagination.
actually, you know what? I have to say.
Fuck it, I'ma say it.
Well, I have to now because you know what I'm saying. And that's the whole thing to describe it. So I used to didn't like the fact that she kind of dressed older, but she hung around older women, like older women.
So she
kinda
was soulful.
Yeah, but
Like Mary J. Blige.
I told her that.
boots and
Yeah,
fishnets.
yeah, type shit. I told her that. I told her these things. You know, she came at it. And she was very defensive about it.
You
Very-
hurt her feelings.
Yeah, but I didn't say it in a terrible way. I said it like, you know, real conscious because I know like exactly, you know what I'm saying. If I say this like this, first of all, she's from Oak Cliff. She gonna, you know what I'm saying. No, she gonna.
Oh, sorry.
But nah, like, and so we argued. I say for like 20 to 30 minutes. So we was heading to Nike Outlet. We got to Nike Outlet. We got to the checkout line. The dude was ringing us up, right? He was like, man, your mom is very pretty. Bitch. It was a dude. It was like, so like, and in that moment, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bit of an asshole because I was like, damn, I told you. like right then and there kind of on some shit like, but like,
I would have died.
I was like, but he didn't know. and then I was like, hey man, listen, bro, this is my woman. You know what I'm saying? This is my woman, not my mother. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, as we was walking out, I was like, are you good? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I'm like, all right, I kind of told you. You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't the time to do that shit.
What?
Yeah, it was.
Nigga. No, you can't
So
do that
was
shit.
I wrong?
I mean, you could have like, cause first of all, that's embarrassing as fuck.
Was I wrong?
I mean, for judging her outfit, not so much because life is about aesthetics. I mean, you look good, you look good. I'm sorry, it's kind of how shit happens. But like, you could have like turned her up a little bit.
Turned up what? Like,
Take her somewhere, like buy some clothes that's less Mary J. Blige-ish. I don't know. Lil Kim-ish. I don't know.
I mean, I did.
But I'm sure that situation was humbling enough for you to be like, I told you, like, nigga.
Well, it obviously wasn't humble enough. She's still doing it. So,
Do you think judgment has a correlation with self-hate?
Hell yes. I definitely think judgment. Yeah.
Jealousy.
It always stems from jealousy, at least to me. It's always somebody that's gonna be a little bit more well off than you. And a lot of times you either gotta just accept it and, you know, do your shit or whatever, or some people fall into the trap of picking on other people. You'll see a lot of these fake pages on Instagram and Twitter where somebody hiding behind a profile picture just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And that fuels them, but you have no idea that that person is sitting at home, bills not paid, broke as hell, probably miserable in their life. I'm just being honest, like it happens a lot. So
a lot of people put up that facade, like a lot of people just hate the next person because they feel like they're not at a level that they see themselves at.
Yeah.
Like somebody could be doing this and that, and they could be traveling and doing this and that, but you're mad at them because they're traveling. Like, oh, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Why they at the club every night? I gotta go to work. Why I gotta do this, do that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you missed out on the PP loan and they did right by you. You know what I'm saying? You never know what somebody did with their money. You know, you could be so worried about the fact that you're not where they are. Now you spending money trying to catch up to them when they're not even worried about you. So you know what I'm
missing
saying?
your own blessing.
Yes.
Somebody else is getting blessed.
What role can leaders and influencers play in changing judgmental mindsets?
What role can they play to change judgmental mindsets? I would say just give people grace and empathy. I feel like if that comes to play, then you'll be able to gain a little more logic on and understanding on certain things in certain situations. It definitely bleeds out in other groups, you know, and people around you. Of course, that involves leadership, so therefore people will be able to follow that, and you also have to follow suit and hold yourself accountable as well. So I think that's a role, like definitely being more empathetic about other people's situations.
Definitely. I like the word you used when you said grace, is because, I mean, people got to really understand, like, it's just, life is pretty much like a seesaw. At one point you might be high, at one point you might be low, so you gotta always be able to understand what the next person is at, because you can easily slip up and be in that same type of position.
Absolutely.
So definitely, and knowing that about yourself, because that's pretty much what leadership is to me, is knowing yourself, pretty much. So if you can know yourself, you can lead yourself. And if you know that I have to give people grace, that'll be excellent with leading the community in that.
Right, and it's a lot, it takes a lot of work, because that's inner self-work you have to do.
Definitely.
And you can't even judge yourself. You gotta give yourself grace.
No, definitely. You gotta lock in on that one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like that's a major part of being a leader too, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the role I feel like that should play, an empathetic role.
That's good shit. In what ways do cultural stereotypes perpetuate judgmental attitudes?
So cultural stereotypes and judgmental attitudes. Bad history. I'm just gonna say, with as black and white as things can get, black and white, I feel like black culture stems from a lot of pain, and we kind of pass that down. But if you look at the opposite, white culture kind of passes down a lot of fear. I don't think a lot of people mean to be as ugly as they mean to, or mean to be as ugly as they present to be, let me say that. So a lot of things, people just lack self-awareness, lack of self-awareness breeds lack of social awareness, and it kind of just keeps going down that way.
So how can we create a more accepting and less judgmental social environment?
Okay.
That
You gotta just not care.
in a
honestly.
perfect, I was about to say, in a perfect world, it would just be to mind your business. That's the best thing. And stop comparing yourself to others, stop comparing others to others, and just kind of let shit fly. Like, that's to me the best.
Everybody got their path. Just gotta take yours.
Like I said, the more that you worry about how somebody else's life is going and the blessings that they're getting, you miss out on yours. So you gotta stay locked into what your purpose is, your path, your will, and hopefully everything else will follow.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, y'all ready?
You just need it.
I'm sorry.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
You gonna say action?
Yeah. Oh, are we looking at you when you talking?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Let me see.
Don't do no job. I ain't have no job.
You ain't had
I
a
ain't
job.
got no legal job.
You ain't never had a job. You ain't never had like a job like never. I know you have.
I'm a national rehabilitation field specialist.
So I done been in a situation where a job didn't hire me because.
Can you give me a positive aspect of being judgmental?
I say I'm partially judged. I wouldn't. My bad.
Put the glasses back on.
I wasn't prepared for me looking at the camera.
Your eyes been up, I'm like,
Doesn't matter.
Wow, you said you said to do it, y'all.
What the hell going on?
That's what I was thinking. It's alright. I can always take it off.
I'm about to get it.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, it's going.
Oh, you gotta say action. Waiting for action.
No.
I didn't know.
Camera rolling.
Laughing and shit in the back.
You never said we was starting.
I had no idea.
Alright, my bad. We started.
The truth comes out. You didn't like her.
I didn't like the fit.
Oh, you
I didn't like the fit and I didn't like the hairstyle.